The PCD program is made up of a few components. You have an intensive weekend which happens over 2 days. You would also have a graduation day that happens at the end of the 6 months. Those are conducted in person, and if you are based overseas, ideally fly in for those weekends so that you can benefit the most out of it. All right, and then we have the classrooms. The classrooms would be an online webinar, and we use Zoom, and that is where all the students log on. You're looking at about 15 to 20 students and some faculty members on the webinar classroom. In the classroom, what's going to happen is that the main trainer would introduce and cover with you the main framework for that topic. We would then explain it, give demonstrations, give case studies and examples. This is so that we can bring that framework and that understanding to life before you go and practice it. The moment you sign up, you would get access to our own learning management system, and all the course materials are there, so you can already start reading it. Now, we do request that you come into the classroom having done some of that reading pertaining to that particular topic. Go through it. It could be videos to watch, it could be a PDF to read. So you would go through it the first time with your own understanding, and it's not difficult to understand. When you come onto the webinar classrooms, the trainer would then bring it to life, and you may get a chance also to be part of a demonstration or to go into little breakout groups to begin to practice that. After the classroom, you're then encouraged to practice at least 2 hours on that skill set or that framework so that you begin to kind of roll your sleeves up and get your hands wet before you go into your supervision session. Supervision sessions is the other component which I'm going to cover next, and that is where you go into little groups of 5 or 6 people maximum, and you work with 1 to 2 faculty. These faculty members are at the ACC and the PCC level. The supervision component is purely technical. In there, you would practice with your peers, you'll be observed, and you'll get feedback from your peers and your supervisors on your technical skills. Were you able to, say, apply that listening framework well? Did you ask the right question? Or your peer or your faculty member might tell you, oh, that question would have been better if you tweaked it this way. So that's what you'll be discussing, a lot around those technical skill sets that you learned and you picked up from the classroom and from the prep work. The next component I want to talk about is the mentoring component, and that is different from the supervision component. In mentoring, you have 10 hours that you will go through, of which 6 of those hours are group hours. So you do group mentoring with no more than 5 peers and with a PCC as your mentor, and another 4 of those hours as one-to-one hours that you can arrange and set up with your mentor at any time throughout the 6 months. The mentoring context is where you would work on your coaching journey. It could be your coaching skill sets, it could be your understanding, practice, and application of coaching in your life. It could be a personal project that you're up to or your life challenge that you're facing. It could be setting up your coaching practice or your branding or anything of that sort that you would like to tackle. That is what you do with your mentor. Next, you have the self-work component, and that amounts to 12 hours of self-work, which is learning that you do at your own time. All the self-work would then be evaluated by a faculty member. You would get some feedback, and having completed those, you'll be recognized for completing 12 hours of the self-work component. The last component is one of the things that excites our students the most and why they sign up with the PCD program. You will get to choose 1 or up to 3 personal projects that you are working on, that you want to break through in your life. It could be a professional goal, it could be something to do with your career direction, it could be something to do with relationships at home or your health, or a bucket list item, you want to write a book, anything at all. You put it into a project and you take the next 6 months to create a breakthrough in that. You would get coached by your peers, and you would also get supported by your mentor. The reason why we introduced this component, because it is extremely important that as a coach, you experience change in your life, that you are reinventing yourself all the time, that you are achieving your goals. When you undergo that, number 1, it makes you a really powerful person. You come from a very powerful space to speak from when you talk about change and being a change catalyst. Number 2, having gone through that journey, you can empathize with your clients, and you know the constant pitfalls that people go through on a project, like things like discipline issues or procrastination or getting sidetracked or, kind of losing track halfway. Like, these are really common things that clients go through, and you having gone through the project coaching process would really give you a heads up on what to expect when you start coaching.